One of my favorite memories or stories that I love about my mother is that whenever she was a young girl, she fell and hurt her arm at school. She came home and she was at home all afternoon with my grandfather, her dad. Didn't say a word. Her arm was killing her, didn't say a word. When my grandmother came home, when her mom came back, she started crying, ran up to her and told her about her arm that was hurting. Now, this would be sort of a strange thing just in general. What's the real kicker is that my grandfather was a doctor. She didn't tell him. She waited till her mom got home and told her. But it shows, I think, an important truth. That no matter how old we are, no matter how much we've been through, whenever we're sick or hurting, we want our mother. Right? We want our mom to be there for us. I think of this today because in the state of Louisiana we're celebrating the solemnity of Our Lady of Prompt Succor, the patroness of Louisiana. And this patronage came about whenever a religious sister needed a favor. I won't go into all the details. She needed a favor. She needed a prayer to be answered. And so she prayed before this statue of Our Lady. And these were the words that she used. O most holy Virgin Mary, if you obtain a prompt and favorable answer to my letter, I promise to have you honored in New Orleans under the title of Our Lady of Prompt Succor. So obviously her letter was answered promptly and favorably, and so she followed through in giving thanks to God, giving thanks to Our Lady by having this devotion spread, and now she is our patroness for our state. Today's solemnity reminds us that we should always go quickly to our mother. We should always go quickly to Mary with our needs. Whenever we have a trial, whenever we have a difficulty, we run to our mother. We run into her arms and let her comfort us. But also, I think there's another similarity in that story. Right? What did my grandmother do? Did she try to work on my mom and fix her arm? No. She pointed her to my grandfather. She pointed her to her father. And that's exactly what Mary does. Right? Anytime people sort of worry about being too devoted to Our Lady or loving her too much or feeling like their devotion is bad, the question is, does she lead us to Jesus? Because that's what true devotion to Our Lady does. She points us to Jesus. She points us to her Son. I think this is very fitting, this holy hour falling on the solemnity of Our Lady of Prompt Succor this month, as we begin this centennial year of our diocese, right? Celebrating 100 years of our diocese and the many wonderful things that have come from that. And I was reflecting on this on retreat this past year because I had a very strong talk on Our Lady. And I was thinking about how blessed we are in our diocese. We're incredibly fortunate. Even from neighboring dioceses. I'm not going to say that they're bad, but there's just something special about our diocese. And I don't think that it's any coincidence that our patroness for our diocese is also Our Lady, right? Our Lady of the Assumption. Our Lady who's the patroness of the Acadians. Right? This great faith that has been fostered, that has been taught to us, in a sense, by our mother. And so as we gather to pray for priests, as we gather to pray for continued vocations to the priesthood, we thank Our Lady. We ask her to continue to pray for us. We ask her to continue to supply more priests. As wonderful as we are doing, in large part because of your prayers, we have never, to my knowledge, supplied all of our own priests for our diocese. Even though we have a lot of seminarians, we do very well, we still need more. So we keep praying, we keep going hastily to Our Lady, asking her to promptly answer our prayers, to send more good holy men to be priests, more holy women to be religious, and more good holy families that will produce those vocations. And so we ask her to continue to sustain us, continue to help us to live out our faith well. And we ask her, Our Lady of Prompt Succor, pray for us.